Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Haikyuu Season 2, Episode 10, Cogs. Last episode, we had this 3-on-3 between Kuru, Suki, and Liev against Hinata Akashi. I love that name. Akashi and Bokuto. And during that match, Bokuto did some kind of move that impressed Hinata. And then when it came to Hinata's turn, he also did something similar. And at first I believed he didn't score because the ball was out. But I was told that because the ball touched Liev's fingers before it went out, that it was still a point for Hinata. So that was awesome. And then you had Hinata and Kageyama meet up after the fall and everything. Okay. And now they're about to face Fukurudani in what I believe is their final match of this practice thing. So I'm excited to see that. Now, before we get into this episode, if you guys have my reactions, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/FeelyMini, where you can find the full length of this reaction, the very next episode there as well, and you can vote on polls and stuff. So let's check out this episode. Here we go. Oh, is it over? When I saw the title Cogs, I'm like, Cogs in a machine. That's what I was thinking. And that's basically what it is. Love it. Okay. I thought they were like gonna gloss over the match. Haikyuu Season 2 Opening 1 Lyrics. Really? By the time I got to the lyrics, it's like, oh, I'm a believer, so you're gonna do it? Yay! Ooh. Since he's played against him, he knows rap. Akashi. Monkey? Ooh. Didn't Hinata try to do that before? Is he about to do that? This music. Are they in church? Oh my gosh, he's awesome. gonna get it here. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I remember that. From the Great King. Demo. Just do it, Kageyama. Do it. It's gonna work. I can feel it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Woo. Oh my gosh. And then it drops. With the animated. Oh, it was out, right? It was out. Or did I miss that? Did it go in? I don't care. But it worked. Oh my god. Look at the walker in the background. Sensei. I love your analogies, man. Mm-hmm. We need to see that one more time, man. He went in. Let's go. No. Why? Oh. Look at the dumb look on his face. Oh, Yachi. Yes. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, come on. Oh. To motivate you. Uh-huh. Yes, you do. Oh, I love him. I love him. The battle at the garbage dump. We need to have it. They're not gonna be able to do it. Uh-huh. It's not gonna work like all the time. Visualizing the same thing as last time? What does that mean? Try the combo. Right? You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Cogs is turning, man. The cogs are turning perfectly. So it wasn't his fault? who's gonna get it? Oh. What are you thinking? What other idea do you? Go try it out. Is he gonna try it out in this match or one day back home? Discard. Yosha! Ooh. 18. He's getting annoyed. Yosha! So is that a bad thing? Or is that a great thing for them? Okay then, bad. Okay. He's getting more annoyed. So you're gonna give it to him? So what outcome are we gonna get? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Easy mode. Ah. Oh my gosh, I love this episode. The cogs, they were working perfectly. Oh my gosh, Bokuto. Oh. Excuse me. The fact that he was not like getting to Spike properly, like the way he used to, was getting on his nerve. He was getting annoyed. He was getting angry, and then Akashi could notice it, right? And then when he came to tossing to him, he's like, okay, there are these three options. One, he does it perfectly. Two, he doesn't score, which is just gonna make him even more angry, I guess, annoyed. And then the third option is that he doesn't toss to him and he's gonna remain like uncooperative through the rest of the match. So Akashi is like, okay, let me just toss to him. So if he tosses to him, he's either gonna score or he's either gonna score or not. And he didn't score. And then the others were like, oh my gosh, here he comes. Are we gonna get this like so early in the match or something or other? And then it turned out to be his evil mode. He's like, don't touch to me anymore. Like, so funny. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. He's so funny. Yeah, Akashi's like, okay. But in the meantime, just cool up. I feel like he wasn't expecting. I don't know, maybe he was. I feel like the way he reacted, the way Akashi agreed so quickly, he wasn't expecting that or something. Maybe he was expecting Akashi to sort of like talk him down or something, like treat him like a baby. I don't know, but it was so funny. I love him, man. Bokuto's so funny. He's so funny. Kageyama and Hinata, they did it, man. They did it. When they did it at first, I'm like, did they score? Because in my excitement, I missed the ball. Like, when it hit, I missed that. I just saw the ball like rolling away, so I wasn't sure if they actually scored or not. But they scored, man. And then the happiness on their faces. And then when Hinata complimented Kageyama, Kageyama's face was so funny. Like, I don't know, it was so funny. I loved it. Ishinoya also at first, well, they didn't score, and then I said, he's like, it's my fault. He said, don't say that. Like, if it's my fault, just say it's my fault. And like, I'm like, so was Akashi Asahi, I was thinking as money. Was Asahi not at fault in that moment? Was he just trying to placate Noya? I don't know. But the second time around, they did it really bad. In that moment, I think he tossed to Daichi, right? And Daichi scored. And then they did the synchronized attack. Tanaka won. He scored. He was so happy. He felt like he hasn't scored like spikes in such a long time or something or other. But he was so happy. They were all doing amazing, man. All of them. Oh my gosh. In that cut shot of Bokuto, that was so freaking cool. So cool. I loved it. Then when after Hinata did the feint, he did the feint, and then it's like, oh my gosh, like, how did he learn that? When did he do that or something or other? And then Akashi had to remind me that you're the one that taught him the feint. He's so funny. I love him. And then while he was explaining what the feint was, and then the music that was in the background, it's like you were in church or something, and he was singing Hallelujah. It was so funny. Oh my god, this episode was so funny. It's so amazing. I loved it. What else happened? The way Yachi was so happy that they actually did the well, how are they calling the? Is there a name for this new quick? I don't know. But after they did it, and then they were so happy and just jumping around, like, hey, this is awesome and everything. Yachi was so happy because like she was present when they fought the first time around, and then they weren't talking to each other until they said for like 3 weeks or something, and now it's like everything's back to normal, and she was so happy. Oh, I loved it. And I knew that like they weren't gonna hit that quake like all the time, because that's what happened when they were doing the 3-on-3 in the first season. Like when Hinata and Kageyama did the quick toss, whatever, anyway, the first time around, even the second or the third or the fourth, they had to keep doing it until they got it down perfectly. So it didn't surprise me that when they tried to do it the second time around, they failed. And I loved what each of the setters were saying about that quick. But Akashi is like, he told Bokuto that they shouldn't be doing that. That they'll never get or something or other. Mostly because Akashi feels like he's not at a skill level where he can do the toss. The way Kageyama tosses and then he just stops. He's not at a skill where he can do that. And then when he comes to Kenma just doesn't want to work. looks like if he's on the same team with Hinata's not gonna let him just like slack off or anything. Like the way Hinata pointed out to Kageyama that he sort of like gave up on doing the task in the previous episode. He's like, no, I don't want to be bothered by Hinata. And he won't let me just be. So he's like, nah, I don't want him on my team. And then let me just skip him. Kuro. That's when Kuro is like, yeah, it's better to have Hinata as your opponent because that motivates you and everything. It's like when you see him do amazing stuff, it's like you have like a new game in your hands, and he's trying to do everything that he can to sort of like the excitement that he has in trying to beat the game. So it's better to have Hinata on the opposite side of the team or whatever, as an opponent than as a teammate. I love this, man. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, when Bokuto did the catch-up, I feel like Hinata also tried to do something similar. Maybe not like the proper catch-up, but like he tried. I'm trying to remember what match it was. I think it was some kind of. It might have been the practice match with Seijo. The first time we faced Seijo in the practice match. Because Hinata used to have his eyes closed, right? And then in that particular match, I'm not 100% sure that it was that practice match, but in a practice match against somebody, he also opened his eyes and then he tried to sort of like spike the ball into the corner because he had blockers in front of him, and he tried to spike into the corner right there, but then he missed it. So isn't that basically like a clash shot? Love this episode, loved it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. Please consider supporting me on Patreon, where you can find the full link for this reaction, and you can see me nerd out throughout the whole episode. And you can also see the very next episode right now at patreon.com/FeelyMini. And I will see you next time. Bye.